Morgan, my name is Claire and I'll be taking over the ITA Instagram today to show you a bit around Bonn, Germany and tell you what it's like to live and teach here. I'm originally from Montana and I took ITA's TEFL course online and moved to Bonn in September of last year, so I've been here about 10 months. So I can give you guys a quick tour of my apartment. This is the balcony where I have my tea in the morning, and then we go into the kitchen here. Got our washing machine going at the minute. And then the bathroom is in here. Got a nice shower. And then the living room. And then my roommate's room and my room is down this hallway. So I'm at work and getting some lesson planning done for today's class, which is a group of 10 adult students for general English. I teach for 3 different language schools, and they usually are business English and general English courses, though for one of the schools it's for young learners, so that is more tutoring and consolidating information that they're learning in school. Hey guys, so I just got done with work and I am walking back to InLingua to turn in my PED card for the day, and then I will go home and have a chance to answer your questions. Okay, so a lot of you asked about the visa process, and this is kind of hard to answer because it does vary from city to city, so I can only speak to my experience in Bonn. And I also did hire Expat Launcher to help me. If you're feeling stressed about the visa process, then I definitely recommend having Expat Launcher help you or getting in contact with them. And they just sort of can set you on the right track and tell you what your city foreigners office is expecting from you. So in Bonn, they definitely wanted me to have a rental agreement and a registered address here in the city, and then I had to have two letters of intent from language schools saying that they are going to employ me. And then there was some other information like bank statements, and I moved here with about $3,000, and I would actually recommend having $5,000 to $7,000 because you probably will not be working for a couple of months as they are processing. So I moved here in September. And then it took about a month for me to get all of my paperwork in order, and then I had my visa appointment at the beginning of October, and then I didn't hear back from them that it was approved until November 22nd. So all in all, from landing in Germany to my visa getting approved was about 3 months. So I found my jobs by Googling language schools in Bonn, Germany, or language schools in Germany in general. And then I also found the Facebook group for ITA alumni living in Germany to be very helpful. A lot of people have asked the same. I chose to live in Germany because I have a good friend who lives here, and I thought it would be easier to integrate into the culture that way. And that's also how I ended up in Bonn, because she lives in Bonn. She's originally from a town outside of Dusseldorf, but goes to school here. didn't know any German before coming here, but I decided to take a language course with Volkshochschule because they were pretty cheap. A course with them ran from February to just this past Monday actually, and it was about 200 €100, and it was twice a week for 90 minutes, and it was an A2 level course, and I found that really helpful to motivate in learning German. Something that I really appreciate about the Germans is that it is very easy to practice German with people. Even though a lot of people do speak English, if you are at a restaurant and you order in German, they will tell that you are English and they might try to speak to you in English, but if you continue to try to speak in German, they will work with you, and sometimes they will even help correct you, and everyone is just really excited that you're learning. And I think it's also just really respectful because you're in Germany, you might as well speak German. I do primarily teach adults because that is kind of the name of the game here. Business English is sort of what language schools are looking for. With one of my schools, I do, as I mentioned before, do more of tutoring, and that is with ages, well, they start from preschool and they go all the way to 18, but I usually do like 13 to 18-year-olds. But I have to say that I was really intimidated by the thought of teaching adults, and they have actually ended up being some of my favorites because everyone is always very motivated to learn, whereas with the kids sometimes they aren't as excited about learning English. Okay, and that is the end of my Instagram takeover. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope I was able to answer some of your questions, and good luck with all of you who are looking to travel and teach abroad. Tschüss!